Welcome back, everyone, to the Catholic Quest YouTube channel. We're going to get right into Detroit Become Human once again, and I believe this is episode 3. So, yeah, we're moving along. We're going to go into the Painter. This is the next chapter. Let's see what interesting discussions we could go into here. And I know there's going to be some, because, as I stated in the last episode, well, the recording didn't go so well, so here I am replaying it. Yeah, last time we saw Marcus. Sorry, I know someone in real life named Marcus, so I always get them mixed up. Last time we saw him, he was getting into a bus, and so it looks like we're picking right back up from where we left him off. He's got the paint rod in his hand. Okay, can I do? Oh, okay. I wanted to drop the package, and I just started looking in the mirror. Okay, so now we need to find someone named Carl. Fake birdies. Somehow I don't think St. Francis would have appreciated them quite as much as real birds. I personally love birds, honestly. So I go to the church I go to. There's a lot of birds around, and they're constantly chirping, and it's just one of the most beautiful things I find. I love waking up to the sound of birds, but unfortunately I don't get too many around my house. Wish I got more. Okay, that's a nice TV. Walk around, find Carl. I believe he's upstairs, so let's go do that. Oh, at least the fake birds make nice fake chirping sounds. Hooray! Very fancy place, huh? Big ol' second floor library. It's not that big. I mean, compare this to... Oh, I can't go back. You compare that to Scott Hahn's library? Oh boy. I'll put a link in the description to his library. He has a huge personal library. It's crazy. What an amazing guy.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
Hello,
It's
Carl.
10 a.m. The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees, 80% humidity with a strong possibility of afternoon showers.
Got a walk-in
Sounds like
phone.
a good day to spend in bed.
I did go to pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
That's right. It's the opposite of me in real life. I always forget something. Alright, let's give you your medicine, Carl. What is this for? Diabetes?
Show me
Something
your arm,
else?
please, Carl.
No.
Carl. Thank you.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth. Humans are such a fragile machine. They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going. Hey, what happened to your clothes?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they can stop progress by roughing up a few androids? I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no, no. They just pushed me around, Carl. I'm fine. Okay. I'll take you to the bathroom now.
All right. Well, I'm glad Carl has somebody to take care of him. Well, not somebody, but as close as you could get to somebody without having somebody. If that sentence made any sense. Oh, I don't know about that cat. That taxidermy cat. Or statue or whatever it is. Seems to really enjoy the presence of animal statues. And for the record, that was not a hate.
Anything special
I don't
on the
hate cats.
agenda today?
I just didn't like that statue.
Yes, there's the opening of your retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art. The gallery director left 4 messages asking to confirm your attendance.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that later.
Okay.
What else?
Just your usual fan mail. I've already answered.
Any news from Leo?
Fancy well-known painter, apparently.
No, Carl. I can call him.
Artist, I should
No.
say.
No, don't bother.
Okay, I won't bother. Let's take you where you want to go.
I'm starving.
Well, your breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
It's a nice house. I'm curious what you think. Do you think this is excessive? Do you think this money could be better spent on maybe someone else? I personally think so. Just one man alone probably doesn't need all this, but it's his money. Although we could certainly encourage him to spend it on those in need. And who knows, maybe he spends the rest of his money on, those who need money. It's possible. Here is your lovely breakfast, sir. Bon appetit.
Thank you, Marcus. Television.
Tensions continue to rise in the Arctic since Russia unilaterally declared the region part of its national territory. Several Russian warships have taken position in the Barents
Russia's at it again, apparently.
and the Russian flag now flies over the island. The Russian president repeated in a speech to the Duma
Why don't you find something to do while I finish my breakfast?
Oh, sure. Okay, Carl.
I'm an android. Do I need to entertain myself?
meeting of the UN that the United States
Or can I just do chores? I don't know.
under any circumstances. Several American
No, I could read books.
to be headed for the Barents Sea. Douglas Cornwall, chairman of the UN,
Actually,
at a press conference that we
that's something I do want to do. Read this book, because last time I read it, and it brought something very interesting to the front. Can I look?
Television off. Mankind is so depressing. Nothing but greed, stupidity, and violence. 5,000 years of civilization just to get to where we are.
It's a very cynical look at the world. Well, if we look at the book of Genesis, mankind was actually created good, and really we still are created good, although we have this tendency to sin now due to the effects of original sin. It's called concupiscence, and that's something that doesn't get erased through baptism. Although original sin does get erased through baptism, concupiscence does not. We still have to strive to fight against sin and cooperate with God's grace in order to do that. But yeah, he seems to think that we're capable of nothing but evil, which is simply not true. But unfortunately, the evil of some really does outweigh the good done by the others, or at least it seems that way, right? The news certainly hasn't changed that perspective. All right, let's go ahead and read Plato.
What are you reading?
Plato's Republic. It's one of the books you recommended.
So, what do you think?
I quite like philosophy, I think. It asks the questions
I do
that
too.
I can't answer. You know, what is right or what is wrong, for example. It's not something that is so easy to decide.
Asking questions that have no answers is part of being human, Marcus. One day I won't be here to take care of you anymore.
That question
You'll
does have an
protect
answer, though.
yourself, make your choices. Decide who you are and want to become. This world doesn't like those who are different, Marcus. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be. Let's go to the studio.
He was just talking about humanity and how humanity's done so many evil things. And he seems to be emotionally reacting to that. And as a result, lifting up this android to the level of a human, which is a problematic view to hold, since androids are not human. We're not androids. We are substantially different. Androids don't have a human soul. They're not even living, right? And yeah, we can't raise them to the level of a human. And this game really does explore that, and I think we'll go down some interesting routes and topics along the way, which is why it's exciting. But yeah, so he seems to think that what's right and wrong, that question doesn't have an answer, but it does. I mean, one can clearly see that murder, for example, is wrong, the intentional killing of the innocent. Unless he's about to say that, no, that's just a neutral act. But he seemed to be...
Where we left off.
I'll pause it real quick. He seemed to be very upset about the war that was going on, that was being reported on by the news on his TV. Why is that, I wonder? Is that because some things are right and some things are wrong? Could it possibly be that there is an objective answer to that? And the answer to that question that I just asked is yes. Yes, there is an objective answer to that.
Remove the sheet.
We could find out what's right and wrong through scripture, through what God has revealed, through natural law, and what, Holy Mother Church has taught. I mean, that kind of leads into a lot of other different questions as well. Like, well, if evil exists, then didn't God create evil? And the answer to that is no. I've actually read an article about that. Evil is, as Thomas Aquinas defines it, the absence of good. And that means it is essentially non-existent. Something is lacking in there. You don't create an absence of something, right? You don't create nothing, you create something. So you create the good, right? So God created good things. He did not create evil. That would be a contradiction, since evil is the lack of good. And that lack is not replaced by something else necessarily. It is simply the lack of good, which causes the action to be evil. Looks like he's done painting.
So, what's your verdict, Marcus?
I like it.
Yes, there is something about it. Something I can't quite define. I guess I like it.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore. Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brushes.
Carl.
Very aware of
But
his
enough about
unavoidable
me.
death.
Let's see if you have any talent. Give it a try. Try painting something.
Paint? What would I... Painting what?
Anything you want. Give it a try.
Let's go ahead and paint. That paint looks very dry, though, I must say. Let's see. What are we going to paint? We want to paint the statue or the desk. The desk is colorful. The statue is a statue. We're gonna go with the statue just to see what it's like. I think I've painted the table every single time that I've ever done this. So let's give it another go. Something different. Oh, okay.
That is a perfect copy of reality. But painting is not about replicating the world. It's about interpreting, improving on it, showing something you see.
Carl, I don't think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas.
Different artists prefer different things. I personally find drawing
Do something.
ultra-realistic art
Close your eyes.
is incredible.
Trust
I
me.
find it very very appealing to the eye. It's just like somebody has to have a whole lot of skill and practice in order to do that, and I respect that.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel, and let your hand drift across the canvas.
What does he think of humanity? Comfort. Why not? I'm a terrible artist in real life, by the way. I can't draw to save my life. My sister's fantastic at it, though. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is a perfect copy of reality.
Hey, Dad.
Leo,
Hi.
I didn't hear you come in.
No, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by. It's been a while, right?
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
Again? What happened to the money I just gave you?
Well, it just goes, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear, it's not that.
No, don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Whoa.
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. You'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's it got that I don't? Smarter, more obedient, not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son. It's a machine.
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
You don't care about anything except yourself and your paintings. You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad.
Oof.
You never loved me.
I don't know what their history is, but clearly their relationship right now is broken. So he's coming in to ask for money for, well, he's going to use it on drugs, as what was implied in that conversation. And you know what? The loving thing to do there is to not give him money, because at that point, if you gave him money, you'd just be enabling him. That is not loving. It's not caring. And also, what happened to honoring your father? First of all, he's not around to take care of his father. He just comes to ask for money, and that's it. Now, I don't know where his mother is, if she's alive or not. Maybe he's taking care of her. I don't know. But he should at least be respectful to his dad. And the thing is, also drug use. We've talked about this in a previous episode. I think that was episode 2, and we noted why drug use is immoral, and he seems to be taking that, addicted. So we need to get him help, not give him more money. All right. Well, that was a loaded one. Let's jump right into the next one. I think we have enough time for that. Jimmy's Bar. Connor and his coin again. No androids allowed. Oh no, whatever will we do? I don't think we have a choice but to enter. Find Lieutenant Anderson. Okay, so we got a scan for Lieutenant Anderson. Androids aren't allowed here, but you know what? Here we are anyways. There's Mr. Anderson. Excuse me, sir.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic like you.
Oh.
Just be a good little robot and get the out of here.
Good little robot. You know what? Let's reason with
I
him.
think you should stop drinking and come with me. It'll make life easier for both of us.
It's fairly reasonable, I suppose.
I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
Clearly comfortable. We'll wait
I
outside for him.
apologize, Lieutenant. I didn't mean to bother you. I'll wait for you outside. Take your time.
Did you say homicide?
Mm-hmm. Can't help but perform his duties. Wow, going for that metal, huh?
You wait here. I won't be long.
Fine.
My instructions are to accompany you to the crime scene, Lieutenant.
Listen, I don't give a about your instructions. I told you to wait here, so you shut the up and you wait here.
Gonna have to do a lot of bleeping out of this. Cutting out the audio. A lot of curse words. Okay, I guess I follow him anyways.
Josh Douglas from Channel 16. Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
I'm not confirming anything.
Have they said anything?
Typical DPD. They don't tell us.
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
It's with me. What part of staying in the car didn't you understand?
Your
Apparently
order
every
contradicted
part.
my instructions, Lieutenant.
You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Evening, Hank. We were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan till this found me.
So, got yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny. Just tell me what happened.
We had a call around 8 from the landlord. Tenant hadn't paid his rent for a few months, so he thought he'd drop by, see what was going on. That's when he found the body. Jesus, that smell. It was even worse before we opened the windows. The victim's name's Carlos Ortiz. He has a record for theft and aggravated assault. According to the neighbors, he was kind of a loner. Stayed inside most of the time. They hardly ever saw him.
The state he's in. Worth calling everybody out in the middle of the night. Could have waited till morning.
I'd say he's been there for a good 3 weeks. We'll know more when the coroner gets here. There's a kitchen knife over here. Probably the murder weapon.
Why does he have to analyze it with his tongue?
Break-in.
Nope.
Can
the
he...
landlord said the front door was locked from the inside.
should
All
build a
of it
sensor
was
somewhere
boarded
else
up.
for that kind of
The killer
thing.
must have gone out the back way.
It's just weird.
What do we know about his android?
Not much. The neighbors confirmed
Oh.
he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived. I gotta get some air. Make yourself at home. I'll be outside if you need me.
Okay. So, that flyer I just picked up, that's going to come into play later on in the story, so... there's things that we could talk about, but I'm going to actually save it till then. Because I think the whole thing deserves a much longer discussion than I'd be able to give during this specific episode. So for now, let's focus on this homicide. Found a bat. Oh, we can reconstruct what happened, of course. Oh, what was that? That's the knives. So we're basically finding out how to... oh, sorry, how the crime happened. Deviant was attacked. Emotional shock. Why is there emotional shock in the first place? Like, why did they become deviants? This is something I don't remember from the first playthrough. Or from the only full playthrough that I've done so far. Okay, I think we got everything here. We need 7 more pieces of evidence. Let's see if we can find them.
Each letter is perfect. It's way too neat. No human writes like this. Chris, is this written in the victim's blood?
I would say so. We're taking samples for analysis.
Red ice. Seems our friend Carlos liked to party.
Red ice. Some more drugs. Oh, here's the knife. Found the murder weapon. Yep, so every piece of evidence seems to be pointing towards a
Chris,
deviant
I want
android.
full analysis on the narcotics.
Consider it done, Lieutenant.
Let's examine the body. This is... oh man, that's nasty. Okay. Red Ice was doing drugs. Deceased. Do we really need to look at his eyes to determine that? Just gotta analyze them. 28 knife wounds. That is a lot. Oh my goodness. Alright, we could reconstruct what happened here. Fair warning, this might be hard to watch. What's this? Oh. A bunch of bottles of beer or something. Okay, this is... alright. Victim was stabbed. Well, yeah, thank you. I couldn't have figured that out when I was looking at the 28 stab wounds.
He was stabbed 28 times.
Yeah. Seems like the killer really had it in for him.
Apparently. I am alive. That's exactly what a deviant android would say. What other pieces of evidence am I missing? This looks super serial killery. Just saying. Now, is that offering by the murderer or the victim? Because I mean, if the murderer is an android, why is there a religious offering? Signs of a struggle, no way. Dried blood. Okay. I think I'm missing a clue somewhere. But where? Is it on the floor? Oh, here we go. That's the red ice. All right. Where's Lieutenant Anderson? Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. Got a minute? Please,
Lieutenant,
thank you.
I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah? Shoot, I'm all ears.
It all started
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. Question is, what exactly happened here?
That's a
I
great
think
question.
the victim attacked the android
With the bat?
with the bat.
That Lines up with the evidence. Go on.
I think Lieutenant Anderson already has it pieced together, honestly. The android stabbed the victim.
The android stabbed the victim.
So the android was trying to defend itself, right? Okay, then what happened?
The victim fled to
The living room.
the living room.
And he tried to get away from the android. All right, that makes sense.
The android murdered the victim with the knife.
Okay. Your theory's not totally ridiculous.
Sheesh.
It doesn't tell us where the android went.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood.
Got that
It's
blue
the fluid
blood.
that powers androids' biocomponents. It evaporates
Unlike
after
you
a few
guys who
hours
have
and
red
becomes
blood.
invisible to the naked eye.
But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Blue blood tracers. What a stupid name, blue blood. Just whatever it's called, the therium, whatever you want to call it. Why blue blood? Just because it's a liquid and it's blue doesn't mean it has to be blood. It does alliterate though. Blue blood. Blue blood. Anyways. It's supposed to be... Oh, how do I search for the therium? Oh, I see it now. Okay. I didn't get scared. Did you guys get scared? Game's gotta try better than that. Let's get in there. Oh, I just remembered Connor, because he's an android, I mean, he died technically in the first,
Hey, what are you doing with that chair?
I'm going to check something.
finding the android, man.
Gotta check
Anyways.
something.
Connor technically died in the first chapter that we played during the hostage situation, and now he's back, because he's an android. He's not a real person, so they have I don't know how many copies of Connor, probably. Let's search the attic quietly. It's like the world's creepiest mannequin. Okay, maybe not the world's creepiest, but still. I think I found him. And maybe we should play a horror game sometime. That'd be interesting, I think. Calm down.
How was just defending myself. He was gonna kill me. I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
Connor, what the is going on up there?
It's here, Lieutenant!
Sorry.
Chris,
Not that I had an
Ben,
option, but
get your in here
I would have
now.
done that anyways.
Come on!
Yeah, that was rough. Yep. So we finished 2 chapters this episode. I think we'll end it here. But I think there were some interesting things at the end that we should discuss, perhaps. Self-defense. The android claims to have defended himself, and well, I'm sorry, but that's not going to fly in. Whether we're talking about morality or even simply the court of law, because that android's not a living human. So it doesn't get that same level of rights. Now, as far as self-defense goes, if that were a real person, I think getting attacked by a bat would certainly constitute a danger of great bodily harm or even death. And that would, that would be sufficient reason to defend oneself. And the Catholic Church actually does specifically allow for self-defense, and is stated as such within the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Now, there's stipulations to that, of course. There's boundaries, if you will. One of which is that, well, the force that you use cannot be excessive. Okay, so you can't kill somebody because they, I don't know, stole your wallet, or because they slapped you across the face. In addition to that, you need to use the minimum amount of force required to stop the threat. Now, can you kill in self-defense? Yes, but you can't intend the killing of the person. The killing is not the goal. The goal is to put an end to the present threat. And you are willing to do that in a way that does not result in the end of that human life, if that were an option. Barring that, if that's not an option, then yes, that is allowed, so long as you're purely doing it to defend yourself and not for the purpose of specifically killing the other person. That is the principle of double effect, in which something, a consequence is foreseen but not willed, and you live with it for the sake of doing something that is not necessarily immoral. In this case, that would be self-defense. So, yeah, that's kind of just a quick rundown, if you will, of self-defense and the views of the Catholic Church on that. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you tuning in for yet another episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. And if you think somebody could benefit from this video, please share it with them. And yeah, I appreciate it. And remember, open up the door when Christ comes knocking. Bye-bye.